we live?
We are live,
We're
just
back.
about. Oh, good day, hello. Rick, come say good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Look who's with us.
Look where we are.
Good day, mate. It's Rick from the Rick Round Man channel. Lovely fella, you all know him. So, firstly, huge apology. Well, can't really apologise that we've been AWOL for a week almost. And I'll tell you the story behind that. But I just want to say thank you. The last live stream, I didn't get a chance to thank quickly the people that sent us some PayPal donations. So I'll just go through those names quickly. I will tell you exactly where we've been, Gordon. You might not. You might be surprised. So a quick thank you to Abigail Ryder, Joy Gissing. Thank you, Joy. Ryan Phillips, Michael Clark, Mary Guagliardo. I hope I've said that right, Mary. Jane Lyle, Eleni Siros. Thank you. Francis Blewett, Paul Titmus, and Rebecca XL. Thank you, everybody who sent us some PayPal chats on the last live stream, the end of the big walk. Means a lot to us. Beautiful people. What's been happening? Well, we're back with Rick.
We are.
But we had a bit of a hiccup.
Shall I just tell you who's in and talking to us?
Yeah, say
We've
some
got
hellos.
Gordon.
Gordon.
Jan A. Ariana Bridgewater. Mandy
G'day, Jan.
Adset. Susan Hurd. Brenda.
G'day.
Mike from Louisiana. Ruru.
Shall I turn the camera around so you can see what Rick's up to?
Joe
It's like-
Wheeler. Paul Webber.
Joe's
and
in.
Amy, yes. Oh, Sally's at work, so she won't be able to watch the live video. Oh, never mind,
But
Amy.
Joe also was sent us a. Was that during the actual show
yes,
itself, Joe?
yes.
Thank you very much, mate. I didn't.
Oh, and Tracy and Sean and Michael and Crafty Minnie. Oh, Katie from Gloucester. Hi, Katie.
Hello, Katie.
Our ukulele friend.
So many beautiful people in. There's some news there, Katie. Keep peeled. Not in this episode.
Yep.
Another episode.
Coming later.
soon.
Oh, and Sue Johns and Val and Karen.
You've
And
inspired us, Katie.
Tim.
Well, the whole episode with yourself and.
That's another episode.
No, not really. I was thinking maybe we should just get a half a dozen out, maybe. Rick's preparing dinner. I'm cooking, but Rick's just getting it all prepped because we've been a little bit remiss today because Rick and I have been singing Christmas carols for the last hour.
Luckily, I had an alarm set and I kept saying half hour.
Luckily,
10
she had
minutes.
an alarm set so it could drown out the occasional sort of crooning.
So Crafty Minnie says, "Yay, spread the ukulele love."
Yes,
And Mandy said, "Still rocking that beard, then, Steve."
I am. It's coming off. I know a lot of you said you like it, and you know the hair's got all long, it's got out of shape. It is coming off.
In. Hi, Angeli.
Angeli, hello. Hello, sweetheart. Is there any questions at all?
No one. Byron's in. Hey, Steve. I'm
Byron,
suffering from
buddy.
post-Thanksgiving blues. Yes, happy
Oh, happy Thanksgiving yesterday, everybody.
yesterday.
We've been a little bit out of it, and I'll tell you why. I don't know whether it was the 1,200 miles of walking, whether we drank something a little bit odd on the last day or so of the walk, but we got back to it. I don't know what happened. Our bodies just basically gave up, both of us. Shall I?
And that's very unusual for us both. today.
Yeah, both of us had the same problem. Shall I say it?
Go on, then, just once.
All right, shall I say it once? Terrible diarrhea, worst diarrhea you've ever come across for quite a few days, and we were just completely drained. The energy came out of us. We'd lost all the. We were taking electrolytes and trying to get all the right fluids back into our bodies, and we were just.
No
For
energy.
about 4 days at least, we were just completely out of it. So I couldn't barely do anything. So poor old Rick's been mothering us. Lovely fella that he is. There he is. Look,
He's still here. Keeps popping in.
come on, Rick, do you want to come sit with us? No, you come and join us in a minute. He's doing it. We're doing it. Fine. Thank you, Rick.
So Anne says the both of you look half your size, but probably didn't help her.
Didn't quite help that we, yes. Anyway, we had really quite bad, something was going on inside us.
Yes, Katie said your bodies were probably in shock. Well, I did wonder whether it was just the, not walking anymore.
We
probably didn't help.
We sort of wondered whether we had sort of an extreme version of sort of joggers trots. So you see a lot of people that do marathon running and things get a similar sort of problem, but I don't know whether we both think we probably ingested something in the last 24 hours that's giving us the same issue. Maybe we've got some sort of parasite or something going on.
We're on the mend now.
We're on the mend. It's all coming back. We just slowly, yesterday started getting our appetites back.
Oh, I thought you were going to say mojo.
And our mojos. So.
Yeah, Mandy said, I bet it was those bloody Cornish pasties.
Bloody Cornish pasties. It was something. We didn't go to the doctors with it. We decided it was something that we were comfortable just to sort of get out of our system.
Well, I was starting to recover before you, wasn't I? So we knew that it was going to get better.
Yeah.
Just take a bit longer.
Michelle's a day. She's a day and a half ahead of me. So
there's a crafty mini said, thank goodness it wasn't until the end when you were close to a toilet. Yes, we did think that.
Yes, we are grateful that it probably was at an opportune moment, but at the same time we were both just really completely floored.
Buffalo Chip says, probably your body's flushing like a month of football conditioning training.
Yeah, I tempted to think it's something when you're walking sort of for 6 hours or plus sometimes a day for 3 months. I think your whole intestinal sort of insides are moving around. It's a good healthy thing, but maybe even though our bodies hadn't known that we were, we didn't say to our bodies, you're stopping for an elongated length of time. You can't trick your body. It kind of knows that you've finished the walk and it's over, and it just sort of said to hell with that and threw everything at us. So we just had a really rough sort of 4 or 5 days of and we're very much on the mend now, starting to eat properly, and yeah, it's good.
It's all good. It's all good.
So the walk was good. Any questions about the walk?
Well, Sean was saying, how are the legs?
The legs are good.
Yes.
Everything's physically good. The feet never got bad. We had no residual blisters or anything on the feet. Like we said, on the latter part of the actual walk, we could have walked for hours more if the days had just been a bit longer.
Just had the 2 short days.
It would be such fun, wouldn't it?
Oh
yeah, another 2 hours a day.
And Sean said a good walk will perk you up. But we have done some little walks.
We've done some little. I went a little walk around the block and things yesterday, but I was really weak. So we're just trying to get our food back up.
So Angela says, you poor things, you still look pale. Hugs back, Angela. We're good.
Angela or Angeline?
Angela.
Thanks, Angela. Everyone's been saying I was looking tired, and I think Rick, you were saying I looked tired, didn't you, as well, the last few days?
Yeah, diplomatically.
Yeah. Haggard, he said. Like a haggard old tramp.
Sean said probably seasickness from the bus ride back. Is that on the train?
Yeah, well, we were several hours on the train as well, Sean. So,
yeah, because it was
completely empty.
We were going to do that live stream on the train, but that didn't pan out, did it?
Yeah.
We couldn't get a connection.
So we just kicked back and relaxed and did nothing. So that was nice.
Yeah.
So we've missed you all greatly. We really wanted to do something. I was going to do something 2 days after the end, just to sort of update you all on what had happened, but there was no way we could do it. We just had no energy at all. So.
So Damon says, about to go to work again soon, so can't say, but a big hello to you all. Hi, Damon.
Good day, Damon. How are you, mate?
And Joe says, good you have had time to relax for a bit, though. Hope you both feel better now.
We are on the mend. And what is the news? The news is it's looking highly, well, no, it's improbable we can't go back to Australia at the moment. So we've decided that we're going to, come over here, Rick. Rick, Michelle and I, we're going to have a merry old Christmas together, aren't we, mate?
We are, yes.
And our kind host has invited us to stay.
My
for
big
Christmas.
my little brother,
Yeah.
my little brothers. We're staying at my little brother's place, and we're going to do with it Christmas big time. We're going to do some Christmas cooking for you guys. So we're going to get some Christmas dishes going. A little bit on Rick's channel, lot on my channel. They're getting some highs there, Rick.
Yeah, you are.
Who's saying hello?
Petey
Hello,
Mac.
Angela. Oh.
G'day, Petey. Hi.
Petey.
Hi, Damon. Yeah.
G'day, bro. Thank you, Petey, for your support on the walk, and man, we will talk soon. There's a little bit of interesting stuff going on the ukulele front.
So Sean says, time to tell the truth, you've been banned from Australia. We wish.
Oh, I'll tell you
Paul.
what.
Any hope for that mince pie video? Hope you feel better soon. Feeling better. Thank you, Paul.
We are going to do some cooking,
Christmas.
but also, all right, I've decided, because I had a little chat with Rick, and I've bought him a Christmas present. It's a little bit of an early Christmas present. So while I get you, and go, Rick, go and grab it, mate.
He can't contain himself.
Can't contain himself.
Can't contain himself.
Come on, let's see.
Go on then. Give us
Rick's-
the recital then.
Rick's got a ukulele. No. Oh no, Rick.
And so is
We-
Steve.
2 Christmas presents.
Poor Michelle. That's all I can say. Poor Michelle.
couple of little ukuleles. Look,
Oh yes.
Oh, Damien says, yes, we can form a ukulele.
No, we're not.
we're not.
We're not ready yet. We've only been practicing an hour.
Dreaming of a white Christmas. It will be coming.
It's too early for
We'll be
Christmas songs.
coming
They've got to
soon.
practice. Petey Mac said, absolutely beautiful.
Petey, what about that, man?
Katie
I
McGrath
haven't had a
says,
ukulele.
"Woohoo."
I haven't had a ukulele in my hand for a couple of years, maybe or more.
Oh yeah, he's been wanting to play a ukulele.
And
In
when
Turkey, kept
Rick-
looking.
When Rick told me he was really interested in learning playing the ukulele, I thought, well, I've got a way of giving this charming man something that will bring a big smile to his face. And he's got it a bit early because we want to get him up to scratch. He's actually quite good. He's only had it for a couple of hours, and he's actually quite good. He's obviously played a stringed instrument before. So look forward to a whole new channel. Rick and I will be setting up.
Well, as Tim
ukulele-
says, it looks like the Everly Brothers on a budget.
We're setting up the ukulele masterclass. Come back here, then we'll do the Everly Brothers on a budget. Yeah.
We can mime.
Yeah, Cheryl said, oh, it's going to get crazy now, poor Michelle.
Poor
Yes,
Michelle, indeed.
I'm good.
Michelle
I'm good.
has some headphones.
Yeah, what did the Everly Brothers sing?
Tiny Tim, eat your heart out.
Dream, dream, dream.
But I don't
When
know the Yes.
in my arms.
We'll work on that one next.
Whenever
Gordon says, when I'm cleaning windows.
When I'm cleaning windows.
That's a little fan, like a fan. I think it's a. I'll have to teach him that one. I can't know if I can remember it. There's a little sort of. George Formby used to do a little roll, a little fan roll.
That's right, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Brenda says, watch Tiny Tim on the YouTube. Tim
Oh.
go through the tulips.
No, the world's most annoying song.
Oh.
And Mandy, no, they've only been drinking tea and coffee. They haven't been on the hooch.
Could you imagine what we'd be like if we was on beers? Oh,
we will have a.
my poor neighbours.
So Petey Mac says, so sorry can't go home, but I'm so happy you're all in a safe and great happy place. Very good. So Damon says, I know 4 chords and that's and that's it. No idea how to put them together. Lol.
Damon, this is not what I've heard.
We've heard something different,
We've
Damon.
heard different, Damon. We're going to have a little sort of little ukulele flash get together in down in Somerset way.
So 2 freelancers on a bear says, hi from North Carolina. We're so glad to hear that you're both feeling much better, and what wonderful news that you'll be at Rick's for Christmas.
Thank you for also for being great support during the walk down, all of you guys.
Yes.
It's been such a hoot. Well, I wouldn't say it's been a hoot, the walking bit,
Well, at times.
but it's been a fantastic experience, you know, and it really
Got lots of memories.
yeah, lots of we've talked about a lot of things, haven't we, Rick, since we got back.
Yes. And you've started to sort of vaguely look at the footage, but that's as far as it's got.
Yeah, that'll be for another time.
So Damon says I'm up for it.
Good old Damon. So yeah, we'll do some ukulele stuff. I'm really pleased that Rick's into it. He's keen as mustard. A little bit of rocking all over the world, maybe. We'll
Chris Garton said, did you ever play guitar also, Steve?
Yes, I do play guitar. Not brilliantly. I'm just amateur at everything. I play it okay. But I love playing guitar and ukulele. A lot of fun. But just really a strummer, song strummer.
PD Max says, join me on Facebook in 2.5 hours. We could do a daily uke sing-along.
All right then, PD. 2.5 hours then, mate. You on Facebook.
Yes.
All right. We'll do it, mate.
So,
we'll do it. It's early enough.
Yeah. Brenda says, what's it like eating warm food? Lovely.
Warm food, warm bed, no rain on the roof.
Get out when we want. We don't have to get up as soon as it's light.
Still getting up at. I'm still getting up at 7.
Still getting up at 7. I'm waking at 8. So Sue John says, missed your vlogs. Glad you're feeling better, and thank you, Rick, for taking care of them.
Welcome.
And Damon says, have you ever watched the Ukulele Orchestra play The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly on YouTube? It's brilliant.
Yes, I've seen the Ukulele Orchestra of Great Britain play Bohemian Rhapsody, which I quite like when they do that. So, PT, I'm happy to do that, mate. I've got a uke now. I'm very rusty, super rusty. So, I don't know if what you want to do, but I'll pop on Facebook just for a short time. Nothing too long. Don't embarrass me too much.
The Cider Talbot 2 says, good job, Rick is a good old boy.
He's a good old boy.
And Chris Garden
we just call him Daisy Duke.
says, will you do any cooking live streams?
We're going to. When I came back, the first day I got back, I said to Rick, "Oh, if we stay on longer, we can do some fun things with some cooking and then we got sick and everything. Just
so we haven't. We've got plans, but we haven't finalised them.
We're going to do some fun Christmas stuff on the run up to Christmas for sure.
Sorry, I'm just reading.
No, I'm just deliberately pausing really quiet so everyone's thinks the sound's gone.
So Brenda says, what was the first thing you ate? I bet it wasn't a pie.
It wasn't. What was the first thing we ate?
What did we have on that Friday?
It
was a long time ago.
It seems a long time. Well, it wasn't anything that made us poorly, that's for sure. Actually, the first thing I think we ate, because we was probably a porridge in the morning again. It was just finishing up.
You made pasta.
I made a pasta dish, a chicken tuna pasta.
Delicious.
But it wasn't anything that could have caused the sickness, because it was coming on really.
And Rick was fine.
And Rick was fine.
And he had the same. So Star says hi all. Tony O'Malley says, yeah, I found you.
Hey Tony, how are you?
Seems to be a good time this. So Cider Talbot 2 says, so all you need is some warm cider to make you feel all warm inside.
Yes. Well, we're feeling a lot better, to be frank.
So Cheryl says, hey Steve, just made your clotted cream recipe. Very fast, first time to taste it. It was good, but the scones were an issue. Gonna have to try that again. Clotted cream was good.
Did you use my scone recipe, Cheryl? They're too easy to make, really. It really is just not over handling them. Keep them as light as possible so they're crumbly.
Sorry, Mandy shouldn't laugh. She says, I'm all over the place. My washing machine is flooding. Stop that. I'd rather listen to you guys.
You go and sort your washing machine out.
Nothing worse than water.
Floating off down the river. But no, I mean, the clotted cream is great. We're trying to avoid a bit of the too much dairy, because we've actually got some clotted cream ice cream, haven't we, Rick? Mm-hmm. But we're all trying to avoid a bit too much dairy.
That's where you went wrong, Cheryl. She just said no Mary Berries scones.
Mary Berry can't cook scones. You go onto my recipe to check out whether you want them with chocolate chips in them, or whether you just want plain simple scones. They're easy to make. I've got a recipe there. Show you how to make it. Michelle and I both make really good scones, and we can knock them up in seconds.
Quick and easy, not an issue.
And they're always good. Sorry to, but scones are just like making cereal. Really, it's just not. It's not difficult to do. So it's hard to get wrong if you follow it carefully.
So Demi said Jen is watching and says hi. Hi Jen. And Anne says, I wanted to ask you about the mincemeat recipe. What can I use instead of beef suet? I can't find them in Malaysia.
You can leave the beef suet out. It's really an optional addition. So for instance, if you're vegetarian, you can leave the beef suet out. It's quite an easy one to skip. If you really want to add it in, what you can do is you can freeze a block of butter, and you can grate the butter with the finer side of the grater into some flour, just so that it keeps it loose like in crumbs, and you can use that in the mincemeat.
Make sure it's cold where you are. I know you're in Malaysia, so
yeah.
it will
You
have
need
be
to
cold.
you need to keep it frozen, and you
Mm.
grate it straight into a cold bowl. So keep the bowl in the freezer as well, just straight into a cold bowl. Sprinkle some flour over it. Not a lot, a couple of tablespoons of flour. Just sprinkle it over, so you end up with something that looks a little bit like suet, and you can add that into your mix. It really doesn't do the full effect. It's adding a non-rendered fat into it, so it doesn't really do the same effect, and it won't give you the same taste. But it's something you can do, or you can actually just completely leave it out. It won't make a massive amount of difference.
Yeah.
The colours on my screen
know,
are
it
going
keeps
sort of
you
like
moving, yeah.
purpley to blue.
So Mandy says, found the culprit, coins and screws. There you go. Sorted the washing machine
Right.
out. That's very good.
But you've got your disco lights on. You keep going purple and green, purple and green.
Cheryl says, we'll have to try yours, learn the hard way. All your recipes are foolproof.
They are foolproof. Made by a fool, you can never get them wrong. They are
Mandy
very
says,
easy.
your pickled onion recipe is the best.
We've made. Do you know what we made today, Rick? Well, I made it. No, we'll talk about it another time.
Yeah, another time.
Another time.
Yeah. And Tony
Testing.
O'Malley says, I'm making a few Xmas things from your list, having fun.
Is there anything people remember fun from Christmas they'd like Rick and I to get into? Like, well, I got Rick, I can pick his brains because he's quite the culinary expert. Aren't you, Rick?
Oh yes.
Yes. we were thinking up some sort of fun ideas, and we're going to be making marron glacé. I get confused with English words sometimes. Chestnuts. We're going to be making chestnut stuffing for Christmas. Sorry, I forget the English words for things. We did live a long time in France. I get confused.
So Cider Talbot 2 said, is Rick going to break the disco out tonight?
Maybe not tonight.
Not tonight.
No.
No, I've got lots to do.
Yes. We've
So-
been watching a really good series on Netflix, by the way. If any of you haven't seen it, whilst I've been recovering, we've been watching a Japanese subtitled series
Korean.
called
Korean,
that's
isn't it?
Korean. Sorry, South Korean, and it's called The Good Doctor, isn't it? Right?
Just called Good Doctor.
Good Doctor.
Very
Highly recommend it.
Yes.
Only 20 episodes. Sit down and watch it. A lot of fun. They're a bit sort of no. It's a nice series. Nothing. Yeah, it's a feel good series. So we've watched that over the last 3 nights, just as we've been recovering in our sort of doonas and high temperatures. No high temperatures.
No.
Haven't had high temperatures.
No.
It did lose my sense of taste.
Taste.
I'm only kidding.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
only kidding.
So Cheryl says, will you be cooking on your channel or Rick's?
On my channel, but we're going to be doing some stuff on Rick's. It might be cooking. It might be something a bit more variety. It might
Well,
be.
as Paul Webber says, Christmas joyride in Rick's van.
Yeah, Christmas joy. We might get hammered and just go driving around the town. Yay.
And Sue John says, a good stuffing recipe. Not rude.
We've talked about what stuffings we're going to have this Christmas. I might do a cranberry stuffing. I used to do a nice cranberry stuffing when I was in America few years ago with my friends up in Michigan with Shirley and Dave. We made a lovely cranberry stuffing. So yes, we've definitely been making at least 2 stuffings, I would say. We're just trying to work out what meats we want to make. I'm erring towards doing a goose, maybe even a boned. I might even bone the goose out and fill it with some other things, or bone.
There's only 3 of us.
I know, but
Cornbread and sausage
we'll have a
stuffing.
good diet, won't we?
Yeah.
Cornbread and
Sausage
stuffing. That's
what
not
Mike
something.
said.
That sounds American.
Mhm.
Cornbread, but it's
Cornbread.
interesting.
Mhm.
I'll make a note.
Cheryl says, sweet, looking forward to a cranberry stuffing.
If I can get the cranberries, I think, which we can.
We've ordered the cranberries.
All right, okay. Cranberries are on the way. Cranberry stuffing it is then.
So Joe Wheeler says,
It is a meat-based stuffing. I tend to do it with a meat-based stuffing.
been having roasted chestnuts with Brussels with my roasts lately, so I'm interested in seeing the chestnut stuffing.
Roasted chestnuts, like from the street. Joe, is that Joe Wheeler?
Yeah.
Is that from the street, Joe, or are you roasting them at home? Oh, I love the smell of roasted chestnuts.
So Eric says, is it too late to make a Christmas cake to be ready for Christmas?
No, you've still got plenty of time. If you look at my Christmas cake recipe, just make it any time in the next sort of 7 to 10 days. It will still be delicious. I'd still feed it the same. I'd still feed the cake. I would still put some moisture into it with maybe some brandy, if that's your thing. Certainly, it improves the moisture of the cake. You get a really lovely moist fruit cake. And then you can just do a simple little topping. I think I did on mine, a little ice, the old fashioned.
Yeah, you did.
Little bit of spiked icing on
just,
the top.
Just on the top, and then a ribbon
with some
around it.
little animals. I love that sort of Christmas cake.
So Joe said they bought them and roast them at home.
Oh, good stuff, man.
Yes.
Good.
And Cheryl said,
That's
do they
nice.
decorate the streets in England, or are you still all in lockdown? Would love to see some holiday cheer from there.
There's not a lot of holiday cheer out on the streets at the moment, is there, Rick? I haven't seen a lot of. No, there's not a lot. It's not a lot of holiday cheer. It's all a bit sort of a little bit gloomy, but we'll look out. To be honest, since we got back, we haven't been out very much because we've been a little bit sort of crook, so to speak.
So Tim says, very few people could have done what you did. Your Christmas will be special at Rick's.
Yes, it will. We've decided that since we are here, we're just going to go for it. We'll have a lot of fun. Rick's laying on the music.
Well, Sean says, think we need a live cook along your Christmas dinner several hours on Christmas Day with Rick playing his banjo every 30 minutes as a break. It's a ukulele to
It's a
start
ukulele,
with.
not a banjo. It's we should do a review of these ukuleles. They're quite a good. They're a well-known brand. We could do that. Well, no, we could do that on the variety channel.
Oh, I know a guy who's got one.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Who's that?
maybe Rick will dress up as Father Christmas and put a few stockings at the end of your bed.
He's just taken the suit off now. He's been in it all day, hoeing around the house. He's generally in the morning dressed as a Christmas elf.
Obviously spotted my onesie.
Yeah.
So how many people are allowed to gather over Christmas lunch in England? Here in Spain, we can get together only 6 family members.
As many as you want. There's no rules out there. To just, if anyone's telling you not to gather for Christmas, tell them to go and find themselves a different country to run. Waste of space. As many as you want. There's no rules for Christmas, mind you. There's no rules for any time of year. If the government are going to start messing around with people, you can certainly hope for a new Guy Fawkes. You heard it here.
It's all gone quiet now. So Jake says, haha, we got 8. Sean says, when are the trim?
Right now.
Is that you two messing around in the background?
No, I was waiting for a cue.
I thought it was a real thing for a few seconds. I thought you were so and so going to have a great big strip of hair missing on the side.
Just now, just think of the mess. He wouldn't do that. All over the floor.
No. Don't do that nonsense with me.
I wasn't in on it.
You know I'm sick. I am ill, you know.
Yes.
I'm actually just propped up against the wall at the moment. As soon as you go out there, move the stick from at the back here, and I just fall over. What was that about? Was that you and Sean messing around? It was, wasn't it? It was.
I happen to have a weird app on my phone, which is like a prank.
Oh, as everybody does. Who hasn't got a hair cutting app on their phone?
You just put it up to somebody. You think they think you're
It's a free app. It's asking him to rate it.
yeah. Ask again later.
Ask again later.
Oh, now it's an advert.
No, it's not.
I can go now.
So Cheryl said, we just had Thanksgiving, had 11 here, but would have had 16 if the kids have all came. Good.
Well, good. Like I say, I'm not wanting to get too political, but I think people should do as they want in all walks of Christmas, whatever, Thanksgiving.
So Eric says, what's the best holiday drinks?
My favourite holiday drinks would be probably eggnog, a proper homemade eggnog, and a mulled wine. But it's entirely up to you, I suppose. Some people like. What's your favourite holiday
Yes.
drink? I suppose. Yeah. What's yours? I mean, they're my two favourite holiday time drinks.
Cal the Gardener says hello, guys.
G'day.
And Mandy says, have you ever thought about coming back to the UK to live?
No.
Short answer, no.
No, we're very much we feel Australian, to be honest. I know we've got British accents, but we you know, all our family, you know, our children all live in Australia, and that's their home. So it would be an odd thing to do, really. But you know, we feel some connection with the UK. Obviously, we were originally Brits, but it's not. You know, we've been Australian for some time, and I love to visit the UK, but no, we're not. You know, I do sometimes think to myself, it would be nice to have longer days. So yes, no, it's not. It's not something we've thought about.
So Unthought Known says, I missed a couple of your streams, and all of a sudden you guys are back. Congratulations, you guys did it.
Well, if you missed a couple of things and all of a sudden we're back, it was quite a short walk. I can imagine how you missed it, but I know what you mean. But yes, it wasn't. It did seem to me to be going on for quite a long time.
And earlier on, Joe Wheeler says, can you do an eggnog video sometime?
Do you like eggnog, Rick?
I can't say I've ever tried it, to be honest.
We can, Joe.
Yeah.
If you come down, Joe, I'll whip you up some eggnog. No worries. Lovely fluffy eggnog, really fluffy, made with beaten egg whites, so it's got almost like a cloud, and then some what do we put in eggnog normally? Brandy or whiskey?
Brandy, I think.
I think it might be whiskey, mightn't it, Rick?
Yeah.
Whiskey-based eggnog.
Today it might be whiskey.
So yeah, with just
So Mandy says gin and tonic. Mike says a good eggnog.
Who said gin and tonic?
Mandy.
It's Christmas, Mandy, not just every day of the week.
Sue John says Baileys and brandy mixed together.
Oh, Baileys. Yeah, Baileys are nice Christmas flavour. We actually make homemade Baileys as well. We used to make bottles of homemade Bailey and give it to people for
It's
Christmas
on the channel,
presents.
that one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to make homemade Baileys, it is just outstandingly good, and it's very easy to make. And you put it in little presentation bottles, put a little bow around it, give it to your friends. It's a lovely thing to give away at Christmas time, and it does last for quite some time. It does proper homemade Irish cream. You know, Bailey's is a brand, isn't it? So it's an Irish cream. It will separate a little bit occasionally because it hasn't got the chemicals in there that sort of keep it from, you know, making it
Might drink
emulsify.
it quick enough.
But no, it doesn't. A little shake, you know, and pour it away. Best you've ever had. So try it if any of you are interested. We'll share the recipe. It's on the channel, so you can make homemade Baileys. Easy to make.
Eric said eggnog for me, and what in the world is mead?
Mead is a honey-based. It's like a honey ale. Would you call it, Rick? Ale, a beer?
Yes, a
honey beer. It's like they use the honey, the bee honey, to as the sweetener for the yeast to eat. So you end up with something that has an essence of honey in it, not particularly strong, but an essence of honey.
So Joe says thank you. Haha, yes, I'll try. Sounds nice. And Eddie says, I must apologise to you guys. I missed your streams of the walk. I was just missed it each time due to timing. Alas, I will watch them someday later.
Yeah, no need to apologise. That was they were just done at our convenience as we were walking. A lot of you managed to get in there and see them, which is good. And if you missed them, no worries. You can watch them at another time.
So Mike says
I expect
rum.
you to watch them at another time.
You will watch them. Val says, how was the train trip?
The train trip was completely uneventful, quite uninteresting. Just Michelle and I in a carriage on our own
Sat on the train.
for nearly 6 hours.
Yeah, each had a window seat.
Each had a
and
full
a table.
square window seat either side, and just really quite uneventful.
Yeah.
And because it was headily dark.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, headily late at 5 o'clock. Of course, it was pitch dark outside.
So we didn't see anything.
We didn't see anything. It's like just sat next to a big black window. Wasn't that interesting, was it?
Not really.
You couldn't even really see because of the reflection of the inside cabin lights. You couldn't see anything outside.
The Cheryl says, please share the recipe for Bailey's.
It's already there. Oh, Michelle can share it on the
Now I've got my laptop. I can,
the
do,
laptop.
I can do it quicker.
The Bailey's homemade Irish cream. It tastes better than Bailey's in my mind. Although some of those Irish creams are quite nice. You don't have to particularly buy an expensive whiskey to go with it. You can get some fairly inexpensive stuff, or whatever you like. Whatever you.
This is going back a few years, but
this is going back a few years. Now, apparently, I looked very young in these videos. This video going up now, apparently, I look about 11. So, apologies for that. I am actually going to take all this aging hair off of my face and all this off the sides, and you will see. I will probably look at somewhere around 24 or 25. Yeah.
There you go.
TED Talks.
Yes, people are asking who the bear is, and they say every time Steve turns around, it's like he's talking to the bear.
That's what Rick looks like, bear. That's TED Talks. Oh, he's called Teddy Talks, but it's TED Talks. He actually is quite. We've got an interesting little project for him. I tell you what, he might be in the background of some of our Christmas videos. We might have him sort of propped up doing various things. I can't quite see him, Rick, because he's
They say, watch that bear. The bear just waved at us. And Reese said, just picked up the live stream, advertised as you not well, but I must say, both of you look really well and 10 years younger. Well, thank you, Reese.
Thank you, Reese, mate.
We love you.
We love Reese. Reese is my good buddy in Hong Kong. Oh, we do miss Hong Kong sometimes, Reese. Well, I was talking about this the other day. It wasn't really missing Hong Kong, it was missing the actual, those times, those good times. I was actually talking, Reese, if I might just, should I say this in the live stream?
I don't know.
Do you remember a certain Bond party we went to, Reese? a James Bond party that we went to? Do you remember the uniforms that we wore? Yes, I was talking about it the other day.
He was.
I never do look good in an A-line dress.
Don't say anymore. This was a long time ago.
Well, it's a long time ago.
So Cal the Gardener said, what's for tea tonight? Fish and fried potatoes for me.
We are having something because we got it for when we came back, and we didn't have it because we've been feeling flat as a pancake. So tonight we're having a full English breakfast, but it's an all-day breakfast that I offer a special service. It's called all-day breakfast.
So it's Steve's Cafe tonight.
Yeah, and we're going to have all-day breakfast. We're going to have we're having it with black pudding. So we're having black pudding. Nobody likes it. Michelle doesn't like black pudding. Rick doesn't like black pudding.
It's all right.
Reese, you look particularly nice, if I remember, in that floral number.
Yes, he said he does remember.
And that was actually
They want to know who the wee bear is in the background. Look.
Bring him up here. Bring the bear up. Is he shy? He's shy. I'm sorry, he's shy. So, if you call him, he might come. You have to be.
They said, be careful, the bear might take over the stream. And Marie said we both had beards then.
We actually, is the reason why that came up, Reese, was because it was the first time I think I ever grew any facial hair, because it was for a certain friend of ours' party, wasn't it? Is my camera looking a bit misty? No, it doesn't matter.
It's all right. Tony O'Malley says, I've made your Baileys for my sister. She and her friend drink a glass every Christmas Eve. She loved it. We'll make her some more.
Yes, it's a great Christmas treat to make for a friend if you've got anyone that likes a bit of Baileys. It's always nice, a little bit of homemade Baileys.
Anything
you can
homemade's
get
good.
some of those. You can go to the supermarket, get some special drinks. Sometimes they sell cordials in nice bottles with Kilner type flip lids, or the big, like the Grolsch bottle lids. You can get some nice bottles with those unusual lids and things, and they make great bottles to put the Baileys into, and you can make them, decorate them up, give them for Christmas. It's a nice thing. We might give that a. Do you like Baileys, Rick?
Love it.
Oh.
There you go then.
Have you got Baileys in the house at the moment?
No.
Okay, so we might knock up some Baileys. That's a good idea. Good. Okay. Note to self.
Mandy said, you both look so well considering you've been ill for a few days. Share the love.
Thank you very much. We were literally, I've been walking around like a not the best patient in the world. A little bit lackluster, a little bit
and no appetite. We've not eaten anything. That's why we've been saving this breakfast.
Struggling to eat. We sometimes think, oh, we're really hungry. Go and have something. You get a bowl of something, and then you eat about 2 bites, and your appetite's gone. But it's back.
Susan said, I love black pudding.
Rick loves, but you like black pudding, don't you, Rick? I'm going to do him a special Stilton and black pudding pie. You like a bit of Stilton and black pudding?
That ain't gonna happen.
So Mike said, never had black pudding. Hard to get in America.
Possibly. I don't know. It's it could be that you might don't. You've got to find an English style black pudding. I'll grab them and show them to you so you know what an English style. Because if you get the French style, the Boudin Noir or Schwarzwurst or something like that, it's the German style. It can be a bit slimy and a bit sort of not
It's
palatable.
got to be the English stuff.
So
So Amy's asking, how are you and Michelle? We're much better, Amy.
thank you, Amy.
Yes, we are much better. Thank you.
Thank you. Sally in as well.
No, Sally's at work, remember?
Oh yes, sorry.
Memory's gone as well, Amy. So Keith says, good
It's
evening.
Sally in as well.
Do you think your bodies are shocked by the sudden lack of walking? Yes, it possibly was a little bit of that as well, Keith. We're not sure.
I actually think it was that. That's what I think. It's something to do with the body just shutting down after the big walk. We're obviously a pair of wusses. We barely walked 2,000 kilometres and then we just gave up. All right, I'm not going
And now Sean said there's a waving cat on the back shelf when you moved.
to. Every animal in this house waves.
Oh, that, yeah.
So this is black pudding. It should be about 3.5 inches diameter, 4 maybe. And the reason why the black pudding is good for fry-ups is they use, when you make this type of black pudding, which Michelle and I have made, by the way, and so you can imagine that was pretty gruesome.
I'll just quickly just say good night to Anne. She's got to go to bed because she's up early tomorrow.
Good night, Anne.
Enjoyed
Which
the
Anne is
video.
that?
Anne Skelchy.
Oh, thank you, Anne.
Thank you, Anne.
No, they use a lot of orge. Oh, I can't remember the words in English. Orge,
barley.
barley.
Oh, barley.
I struggle when I talk about food sometimes.
Yeah.
So this has got.
I take it you don't like it, Sean.
Quite often some lovely barley and lots of pepper and spices in here as well. And the little white flecks you see in there, that's back fat. It's the pork back fat. So it's a soft melt in the mouth, and it should be cooked really dark. You have to fry this stuff so it has a really caramelized dark surface to it.
I actually don't mind it if it's cooked properly, but
It's
quite
good.
often when people cook it, they don't really cook it, and then
Yes.
it's not so good. So,
And that guy with the sickly face.
well, I know him and Sean. Look at them.
Time him out.
So Susan said Rob's British Butchers in Dandenong does a great black pudding. There you
Oh
go.
right.
There you go.
Well, we used to go down to Dandenong. I think that's where I used to go and buy quite a few ingredients down at the Dandenong markets.
What are you going for now?
I just
The DJ Me says, where are you both spending Christmas? He's just giving you all a clean.
I'm sure
There you
that's
go.
a little misty.
Oh, that's better. It's
Oh,
100%
there you go.
better.
I know. I suddenly thought.
Focus effect.
I know, and now you can see all my wrinkles.
Put it back on again, can you?
Okay.
Can you breathe all over it again?
I told you not to answer the phone with your nose at that end.
We're spending Richards. We're spending Christmas at Rick's
We're spending Christmas with Rick.
with Rick.
We're going to have a holly jolly Christmas.
Yes. Dean says, hi Stephen Michelle, congratulations on your epic journey to Land's End. Also, hi Rick.
Dean
Yeah,
says hi.
hi, Dean.
Yeah,
Come up and say hello again.
He said hi Dean. He doesn't want to get up, he's just answering in the comments.
The problem is with Rick, that's a big walk for him. You know, Land's End to John and Groats. So yeah, we're going to be spending Christmas with my little brother Rick, and we're just going to have a bit of fun. We will be doing some live stuff, won't we, Rick? On my channel, because you're a bit worried about doing it on yours because you're a wuss.
Yeah, I'm a total wuss when it comes to live.
But we will be doing some.
No filters.
We will be doing some cooking. We'll be doing some fun stuff running up to Christmas. We're definitely going to be making some mince meat. And I think probably we'll do a vegetarian and a non-vegetarian mince meat. we're trying to make the videos fairly concise and not too long-winded, but at the same time I'd like to get plenty in there so you can see what we're doing. So I'll probably make a non-vegetarian and a vegetarian, just in case any friends drop round who are vegetarians, which we seem to know a few of. Because obviously English, they're a little bit weak, you know, not like us Aussies. We like our meat. All a bit, you know, I don't want to eat any meat, you know. So
somebody's ears are burning right now.
I am directing that at Damon.
Yeah. I think he's driving at the moment.
Oh, is he? Sorry, Damon. If you're watching this later, Damon, that was not. I didn't mean you.
Yeah.
But just in case you came, I thought I want to give Damon some really nice mince pies, and Jen, of course, if they come, and they're like vegetarians. So I did think, if we've got any friends that come that want to try a mince pie, we better have a non-veggie version.
Well, I don't know if that's Damon or Jen, but they're laughing.
Oh, okay. I thought about this. I'm sorry, I didn't say to these guys about it. I did just lay there and I thought, if I use suet, because I love suet in my mince meat, but I thought, well, if I put suet into it.
I've never tried it, so I'm really interested.
It really
It
adds. If you've never made homemade mincemeat, by the way, do it. I've got so many recipes for it on the channel. You can check it out.
Damon hasn't gone yet.
He's still there.
All right, Damon.
Yeah.
So DJ Me said you need to do a review of the year. Your trips have been amazing.
Yeah, that sounds like work. Maybe we will.
He's got to do a little bit of work.
I will.
I've got to sort of coax him into it.
I've struggled when I came back 3.5 months, just using a phone, a dying phone every day, and I got on my laptop. I got on my laptop and I felt really awkward with it. Yeah, I was like I didn't know what. I looked at the desktop. I couldn't know what.
You said that, didn't you?
Yeah,
it's all
Like,
alien again.
I'm thinking, I've got to actually move things around. So that was kind of strange.
and thought known said, where did Bear Van Man go?
Oh, he's put his clothes on.
He's hibernating now.
Oh, put some clothes on, Rick.
Yeah.
Every day I'm telling him that.
Damon says, I'm late because I'm watching you. Sean says, party at Rick's on Boxing Day then.
Yeah.
Party.
Party.
Angela says, can't wait to see you cook together.
Yes.
Yeah, silence.
Yes.
Getting hungry at the thought, she says.
Yeah, so any ideas, any of you got any? There's already been a few ideas.
Yeah, Sue says, thinking of some different, something different, any suggestions?
We've got a cranberry stuff in now, possibly going to be happening. We might even do a little bit of Bailey's, possibly do an eggnog.
Well, Shalimar says, Perfume says you've got to make some date squares for Christmas.
Date squares? Is that like a fruit leather date? A date fruit leather? I don't know what date squares are. Off the top of my head, do you?
No.
No?
It's not something I've come across.
No.
Mandy
square
says,
dates?
Mandy says, will you have a 2021 project? Always got a project, Mandy.
Yeah, always got we're probably not going to remain locked in, that's for sure. But it's really hard, you know, to go back to Australia for us now is looking.
I'll leave you to it.
Going back to Australia is both really something that we desperately want to do, but it's also really hard to do or really expensive to do. The American government are just playing us for fools at the moment. So
Australian government or American government?
Australian government. Did I say American
You
government?
did.
Sorry.
And I'm thinking, oh, hang on a minute.
Freudian slip. So yeah, we're just see how things pan out. Let's not talk about that stuff.
Yep.
We're going to have Christmas. We're going to get that all
Dean
done.
says Rick is in for a treat with you cooking Christmas dinner, Steve.
That's what I keep telling him, Dean. I keep telling him. He
And,
says, "Oh, I'm not so sure. It looks pretty average to me." I said, no. So you are in for a treat.
DJ Me says you could wild camp on Christmas Day just for a giggle.
Oh yes.
That
Let's
sounds
all
wonderful.
do it together.
Let's all do it together.
I'll tell you what,
We'll have a
all of you,
camp out.
how many in at the moment? 68. We'll meet. There's a nice boggy field I know, not far from. We'll all meet there. I'll be there, promise.
Yeah, you got to go through the muddy gate first and
Yeah.
cross the field, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Unthought known says any plans for 2021?
Lots of plans
yeah.
for 2021. Lots of really interesting plans, but nothing I want to commit to at the moment.
Yeah. Cal the Gardener said had a beer or two, Steve.
No, not really. Just
He's not
probably
pleased.
just probably one in the last week. but no, we've been to.
Okay, so Shalimar says the date squares were oatmeal, brown sugar, crumble, top and bottom, dates in the middle.
Okay, I've never had them before. I do love dates, so that sounds quite interesting.
Mike says rhubarb pie.
Rhubarb crumble.
Yeah, rhubarb crumble with vanilla
But
ice
rhubarb pie's nice.
cream. Yeah, I
Rhubarb
prefer
pie.
crumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a rhubarb cobbler. If you've in America, you'd be like a rhubarb cobbler. If you do you have rhubarb much in America? I'm not sure.
Don't know.
I don't remember ever seeing rhubarb in the US.
So Mandy says, I've opened a bottle of Prosecco just to say cheers to you both.
Cheers, Mandy. Cheers. I had a cup of tea, but I've finished it.
And Sean said, I've got a plan for you in 2021. You can walk from Land's End to John O'Groats. After you, Sean, after you.
Sounds like a good idea. No, I like that idea. That's something novel. We haven't done anything like that before.
No. The Damon says, chocolate crunch cake with custard like we had at school. You've been listening
You've
in.
been listening. You've got something going on in here, Damon. Who remembers at school with a chocolate cake? Anyone remember pink custard? Rick doesn't.
We had chocolate cake and pink custard.
And
And we didn't go to the same school.
And I'm ashamed to say Rick's never heard of Waltzing Matilda.
Mm.
Well, I heard the name. Well,
He just knew the name, but he didn't know the song and the lyrics.
Waltzing Matilda. Yeah, our national anthem. All right, whatever.
So Tony says, great, that's my son sorted. He's vegetarian, thanks. That's a vegetarian mincemeat.
Oh, sorted. Yeah,
Sorted.
Yeah, no worries.
So Dean said, I made ginger ice cream, which came out really nice.
Lovely. Yeah, ginger makes good ice cream. Ginger and lemon.
Okay, so Mandy, yes, I do. Steve loved my school dins.
School dinners.
Gordon said, I had pink custard.
Pink custard.
Sean said, we only ever had white custard at Christmas. Think it was custard, not sure.
Yeah, it was white, wasn't it? That was another one. It was either white. These are the most bit of chocolate cake, white custard, or pink custard.
Pink custard.
If there's, possibly one of the dinner ladies cut a finger.
Irene said, school butterscotch tart, yummy.
Oh, yum. I'm going to do a series one day
Oh, look,
of school dinners.
Pink custard and sponge, blancmange and semolina with a blob of jam. See, it's all
Semolina
coming
with
back.
a blob of jam. Who remembers semolina? Tapioca pudding with a blob of jam even. But yes, blob of jam. Blob of jam, for those of you that don't understand old English from the shires of England, a blob of jam is just a little bit bigger than a spoon of jam.
Yeah.
And a little bit smaller than a lump of jam. And what you do is you get a blob of jam, put it into semolina, which is basically white cardboard type food. It's like cardboard that's had a little bit of milk and water added to it. Blob of jam in the centre, and stir it through till you've got pink cardboard. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Blob.
So Dana says, well, you both
Well
look
done.
well after that walk. Take care. Enjoy your Christmas and New Year.
Thank you.
Sean said, I prefer Angel Delight. Cal the gardener said, trifle. We were talking about trifle, weren't we?
Trifle, yeah.
Oh, and Sue John said, my mum was the cook in my school.
Oh, right. We'll say nothing about it then. School dinners, lovely. Nothing wrong with grossly overcooked cabbage and Brussels sprouts.
So Cheryl said, just curious, what chocolate sauce do you use in the Baileys? I think you might have used your homemade chocolate sauce. It's also on the channel.
Yeah, I don't recall. I don't recall. So you need to check the recipe out and see. I've got my Bailey's recipe is actually written in a really old book that Michelle and I kept of old recipes, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I do have to refer back to it because to get the actual exact ingredients the way I like it. And I think I use eggs in my Baileys as well, which a lot of people don't use eggs in their Baileys. But it means that you do get a slightly lesser shelf life out of it, but I think it makes a much more delicious Baileys.
Damon says, right, I have to go to work now. Lovely to catch up with you. I'll leave Jem watching you.
Of course you
Bye.
do, Damon. Of course you do. Yeah.
Ground rice pudding with jam. That's what Susan had.
Ground rice pudding. You sure that wasn't semolina?
Oh, Manny says, making homemade pad thai tonight, Steve.
Oh, pad thai.
Pad thai. We had mango sticky rice last night.
I made mango
You did.
sticky rice. It
Yeah.
wasn't the best. It wasn't the best.
No, it was all
But
right.
I made
The
mango
mangoes were
sticky
not
rice.
quite sort of. You
The
know,
mangoes were not.
we're not
That's what
impressed with the
spoiled it
English
for me.
mangoes.
The mangoes have to be. I mean, it's possibly my favourite fruit of all time is the mango. And the mangoes we had here were really sour, so they really kind of spoiled the mango sticky rice.
Yeah. But hey ho.
Pad
So-
Thai and mango sticky rice.
Ah, DJ Me says your channel is definitely the top YouTube channel of 2020. Been brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mona's in. Steve Michelle, darlings, how are you? Where
Hello,
are
lovely
you both?
Mona.
We're at Rick's.
We're at Rick's. We're still in the United Kingdom of Great Britain
Oh.
and Northern Ireland.
Of that place.
Newport. And we are staying here for Christmas.
Yes, we are.
So we'll be here through the Christmas season, yeah, that's where we are.
Yes, Mona says thumbs up. Gordon
Sure.
says thumbs up.
I was going to add something else that
Thumbs
way.
up.
It just went. It just like after my Eurovision Song Contest
Yes,
pun.
yes. Which went nowhere.
Well,
Well, we're in the Eurovision Song Contest now, aren't we? Australia.
we are part of Europe.
Yeah,
aren't
we're
we?
part of Europe. I don't quite know how that worked, but anyway. So,
Thumbs up. Oh yes, thumbs up
Thumbs
for
up.
Michelle, please. Everybody, hit that thumbs up button. Am I missing any people there?
proper bread and butter pudding minus sultanas, best
Ooh.
in Hong Kong.
Why minus sultanas?
I know. Brew a bit chilly in Jersey just now. That's what Carl says.
Yeah, I don't dislike my sultanas or raisins in a bread and butter pudding, but yes, bread and butter pudding is
Oh, you got to have
delicious.
sultanas and raisins.
I'm going to do a British pudding series one day. I've done quite a few, Parkin, Yorkshire Parkin, and a few bits and pieces, but I'm going to do that and maybe a school dinners series.
Well, Susan said my school had both semolina and ground rice.
Oh, okay.
There you go then.
My school dinners won't be like Jamie Oliver's though, telling you all to eat really healthy. Ours will be pink custard.
Be the
and
proper
sort of,
school dinners, what we all remember.
Glow in the dark sort of custard and chocolate cake that sticks to the roof of your mouth. You can't get it off without a bit of sort of warm milk.
So, oh, sorry, Shalimar says leftovers tonight, hot pork loin and gravy, Sammy's. I can imagine that's sandwiches,
Yeah.
and a side of peas.
Sannies or Sammy's?
Sammy's, as in
Okay.
sandwiches.
Okay,
So, yes.
lovely. We're having smoked bacon, English pork sausages, or what some of you might refer to as corn. Is it corn? We're having fried. We're having hash browns. We're having fried tomatoes. We're having
Black pudding,
black pudding, baked beans, a little bit of toast,
fried eggs.
fried eggs. So we're having a full English breakfast, and we're having it for dinner.
Dinner.
And somebody said to us the other day, actually, I can't remember who it was. Who asked what we have for Christmas dinner? Someone we know. Oh, was it Rick? And we said, I was only winding up, Rick. Somebody said to us the other day, what do you tend to have for Christmas dinner? Michelle and I, some years ago, set up a tradition in our family with our children to say to them they could have on Christmas Day, because sometimes we used to find the Christmas dinner got a bit same. So we said one year to our kids, what do you want for Christmas dinner? If you had the choice of anything you want, what would you like? And what did they choose?
Curry.
Curry. So, but they meant we did a proper
a full
curry.
Indian
We
spread.
did vegetable curries and chicken curries and kormas and flatbreads, and we had gulab jamun for afters, and so that we sort of had a little tradition for quite a few years where we would say to the family, what we're going to have
What we
for
have
Christmas. We don't have to have the traditional Christmas dinner. We let them choose. So quite a nice thing to do with your kids sometimes, because that way on Christmas Day they get to eat everything they love. So you can say to them, you can have anything you want on Christmas Day. Whether it's lobster, because you can do stuff. You can go and get lovely sort of Atlantic lobster if you want, because it won't cost you any more than a turkey costs. I mean, turkeys cost an arm and a leg this time of year, considering that they're just basically a slightly plump chicken. So you can get you can go with whatever you like. So it's a nice thing to do.
So Sean's jumping on a train to come and eat with us for our full English.
All right, mate.
Eric says, do you have a recipe for duck on your channel? I don't think you've done duck, have you?
No, but I
He
do
does
cook.
cook duck
duck.
really
I
nicely.
do. I make the best duck ever.
Yeah,
I'm
he
talking
does.
about just duck breast with maybe a sort of
Lovely jus,
little.
red currant jus.
Yeah, well, I use it with a cassis, a cherry, like a. Used to make it with a cassis, but we used to keep our own ducks, so we had to. We used to use our own.
Well, everyone's asking for a live sesh. DJ Van Man.
Yeah, not good enough yet, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Dylan Jones says we always have prawns in the morning and turkey in the arvo.
Yeah.
Must be in
This is
Australia.
one that must be in the arvo.
Had homemade salmon croquettes and salad for lunch. Oh, that's shallower.
That's another thing we tend to do in Australia is tend to keep the meals a little bit lighter because it can be quite hot. Particularly when we were up in Queensland and we used to have like a roast dinner. We'd have to have a proper English style roast dinner. We'd have to put all the air conditioning on in the house to try and chill it down so everybody felt like it. Because you serve up a big roast dinner to a family when it's sort of 40, well, it never really is. On Christmas Day, it would probably be about 35 degrees, 33 degrees Christmas Day. You know, it's a beautiful, warm day. Everybody would just want to go down the beach. You serve up a big, heavy Christmas dinner, everyone's going, it looks good, but, you know, so then you end up just serving it as colds afterwards. So
we always hope that it's not going to be a 40-degree day on Christmas Day, don't we, in Melbourne?
Yeah,
you know,
Melbourne it can be hotter than
it's sort of, you know, it can raise up. You're thinking, oh no, don't get there.
so yeah, we used to just say to the kids, you know, have what you want. We've had all sorts of strange Christmas dinners over the years. Try it. It does work unless you're a real stickler for tradition.
Yeah. So Chris Stickley says, I'm working my way through your food vids, really enjoying them.
Thank you.
Sean
There's
says
1,000+ videos. So I know a lot of people ask me, will I do cooking videos? But you know, there is 1,000+ cooking videos on there if you want.
And also, we were actually watching some of the old vlogs when we were back in Penang the other day.
They were right, weren't they?
They were all right. You know, it's quite nice to watch them back. So,
see the food tours in Malaysia and things. Yeah, they're quite good fun.
So Sean said they say it's going to snow this year. Well, as long as it properly snows.
Let it snow.
And I was just Dylan Jones says barbecue chicken and gravy rolls from the canteen was my go-to school lunch.
All right.
That sounds nice. Barbecue chicken and gravy rolls.
Gravy rolls. Is that Australia again?
Don't know. Dylan, where are you, Dylan?
That's possibly. That sounds like that could actually be the US.
Maybe.
So, everybody, if you're watching now, are we going to go a little longer or not really?
We're going to probably wrap it up soon. Crowd the Gardener says, have you done a Christmas cake video? We used to bake ours in October and leave it to rest. Now we just make it start December. Tastes the same.
That's what we were talking about earlier in the show about my Christmas cake video. Yes, I've got a full Christmas cake video. You can make it earlier. It does get better with age a little bit, to be honest, and feeding it is one way to really make a lovely moisture. It doesn't get too dry.
But you can make one now and it will be fine.
Now,
and yes, to answer the question, yes, there is a Christmas cake recipe on the channel.
I think what's going to happen tonight, by the way, I think I'm going to pop on and say later on tonight on PD Mac's Facebook channel.
Yes.
So I think he's doing it on Facebook, PD.
Yeah.
So if you can give us the link to that, mate.
Yeah, that would be good.
You can look at Peter's. You might see us again online, maybe with a bit of fun with the ukulele. So, you know, if you want to check that out, I'll put the link down on this video for anyone that's wants to get a. Pete is a heap of fun, by the way. He's nuttier than a Christmas cake. So get across there.
Dylan said, used to be Melbourne in the US now. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Well, Chris Stickley said, my daughter wants you to say hi. Her name is Ava.
Hi, Ava. Hope you have a beautiful Christmas.
Old School and Pebbles Travel says, nothing better than a good Chrissy barbecue lunch.
Yeah.
Mandy says, we love you.
Thank you, Mandy.
Sean said, the grade on the treadmill looks difficult to do.
That's nothing. We set that. That's actually we call that Pennine Way.
Yeah.
Michelle and I do a few hours that in the morning just to just out of get ourselves out of bed. Really.
Mike says, all this talk about food is making me hungry. I need to eat soon.
Well, we do too. Yeah. We actually have. This is a bit late for us.
It is.
Normally, but at 6 o'clock, Michelle and I are in bed asleep. We've been in bed asleep for 2 hours, probably by 6 o'clock. Some went down ages ago, didn't they?
Chris said you made her day. That's good. That's his daughter's day.
Thank you.
And Dylan said,
have a lovely Christmas.
Is Christmas cake the same as Christmas pudding? No.
No, not even close. Christmas pudding is something very, very, very special and
Yeah.
dear to my heart. I've got lots of recipes for Christmas pudding.
Have a look on the channel at the Christmas cake and then have a look at the Christmas pudding.
Yeah.
They're completely different. And then there's also how to flame the Christmas pudding, how to serve the
How to set fire to it,
Yes.
so you can
So it
have
looks
that sort of
spectacular.
special Christmas dinner. And also this year I have actually got, if any of you have never had Christmas pudding and you don't want to go to the whole effort, I do make a Christmas pudding in a mug. It's called Luxury Christmas Pudding in a Mug.
With custard.
It's with custard in a mug as well. And I was quite proud of it because I really worked on that recipe a lot to give you all the flavours of an English Christmas pudding and the textures. So there is actually a recipe. Again, probably could put the link up from that, Michelle.
Reese says
Christmas-
it's 2 a.m. here. I'm off to bed. Good night.
Good night, Reese. Good night, mate. So Christmas pudding in a mug. So if you really just want to try it, or if you're at home on your own and you don't want to get a whole Christmas pudding, you can make it in a mug. It really does give you the flavour, and you can make custard in a mug as well. We used to say at Christmas time we would have brandy butter, custard, cream, and ice cream, and say to everybody, what do you fancy? Brandy butter, cream, custard, ice cream, and everybody would say, yes, please. So you just have everything on your Christmas pudding. It's one of those desserts that after you've had a big Christmas meal, you feel you have to eat, and it's really heavy, really dense. So Michelle put the link there. It's Christmas pudding, and maybe for the luxury Christmas pudding as well, so people can see me going ho ho ho, welcome to Steve's kitchen, which is always a bit of fun to get to see my Christmas chef jackets as well. So check that one out. Check the other ones out. Check out the Christmas playlist at some point. There's a lot on there. A lot, probably 50, 100 maybe videos. I don't know. Christmas dishes if you want to sort of check them out.
That's on the front page, the Christmas playlist, so you can find it very easily.
On the front page of what?
Of the channel. Sorry.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
He is. Sean said Rick's only just finished doing the house up, so flame the pudding in the garden.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, there is that. Thank you, Sean.
But I will quickly put the Christmas playlist up as well,
All right,
if I can find it.
I'll just get my secretary to do that for me now.
I'll try.
Rick was supposed to be doing this.
Yes,
No, you weren't. Anyway, we are going to get off. Petey, if you're in there, if you're not, you're probably off organising for your lovely little show with me in it. I'm sure you're very excited. Oh dear, I don't know what I let myself in for.
It's coming.
If you can see my my hesitancy. Wait until you meet Pete. He's larger than life fella, lovely, absolutely full. He encapsulates Christmas. So get across and check me out on Peter's live stream. And I think Pete's been doing these quite regularly. Check them out. I won't say anything yet. We'll get across.
Yeah.
See them.
So everyone's saying bye, good night,
All right, good night, everybody.
We're going for our full English, courtesy of Steve.
Come say good night. Okay. Ricky Dicky. Come on. Good
Yes.
night.
Hit the thumbs up button.
Hit the
That's
thumbs
right,
up for
Eric.
Michelle. And we're all better. We'll start
Yes,
doing a bit more regularly. Love
Yes.
you all. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.